Of course, where the Enugu State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists has officially commenced its 2025 Press Week celebrations. Afia TV correspondent Emmanuel Ezendo reports that the opening ceremony, which held at the International Conference Center Enugu, featured robust deliberations focused on the theme freedom of communication, national unity, and good governance, the role of the media. In his welcome address, the chairman of the Enugu State Council of the NUJ, Comrade Obinna Obuka, expressed deep appreciation to executives, dignitaries, stakeholders, and invited guests for honoring the council's invitation and supporting the program. He described the occasion as a milestone in the council's calendar, noting that the event also witnessed the induction of a former governor of Enugu State, Right Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, into the NUJ Hall of Fame. Comrade Obuka explained that the honor was in recognition of the former governor's unwavering support for the Nigerian Union of Journalists and his notable contributions to the growth and development of journalism in the state. He emphasized that journalism remains a noble profession and reaffirmed the media's duty as a watchdog that observes, records, and holds society accountable.
And gentlemen, let me at this point stand on the already established protocol. Today is a day set aside by members of the Nigerian Union of Journalists in Enugu State to celebrate ourselves and to examine what we have done for the year 2025. We are here this afternoon to thank ourselves and to also look at what those in authority have done and to say well done to those who believe from the eye of the media that have distinguished themselves in terms of delivering of good governance. It may not be only those in the position of authority. We have individuals who have also excelled in their different endeavors. The media in Enugu State, on behalf of our national and zonal, we also say thank you to them and to spur them to do more. We are inducting into the NUJ Hall of Fame a man who, when he was in office, was so dear to the media. He has contributed a lot to the welfare of journalists in the state. The former governor of Enugu State, Right Honorable Dr. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. This is just to tell the society that the media, we are also watching, and we have to sing praises when we need to, and we need to criticize constructively when we have to.
In his remarks, the chairman of the occasion, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, represented by Right Honorable Chima Obieze, highlighted the media's indispensable role in informing the public. He stressed that journalists must promote unity through responsible reporting, warning that when the media fails to report events truthfully due to fear or favor, it indirectly enables poor governance.
The topic of this your program today, the issues of unity and issues of good governance, the role of the media. He has asked me to tell you that you have a duty to make Nigerians understand that there is power in diversity. In your reportage, in carrying out your duty as media professionals, you must emphasize our diversities and emphasize the things that unite us as a nation. Nearly all international charters has protected press freedom. All laws of the nation has protected press freedom. However, it is you who are members of the press that, for reasons best known to you, most of the time, deny yourself the freedom to do unbiased reports of events most of the time. It is something that you're going to shake off because the nation depends on media professionals to know the truth about situations, about events, about happenstances.
Now, the ceremony also featured the traditional breaking of kola nut performed on behalf of Senator Orji Uzor Kalu by Right Honorable Chima Obieze.
One of the most basic but most powerful role of mass media is information dissemination. As they say, a society cannot develop without regular dosage of information. Information empowers people to make decisions, participate in governance, and adapt to social change. The journalist should speak. You don't have to adopt the elephant posture. And what is that elephant posture? You see, you hear, you say nothing. When you do that, you're not a journalist. A journalist is supposed to talk when things are going wrong. A journalist is supposed to talk when corruption is piling up. A journalist is supposed to talk when there is level of no level playing ground for members of the society. A journalist is supposed to talk when people from a particular group or a particular part of the society are discriminated against just because of who they are. Scholars such as Okonna observe that development communication cannot flourish unless there is accountability and transparency. The Nigerian media, both traditional and digital, help strengthen democratic institutions by making sure leaders do not become dictators and public resources do not become private property. Media is critical and crucial in promoting peace, unity, and national integration in multi-ethnic societies. A media person is supposed to be objective 24/7. What is good today should be what is good tomorrow, not when it suits you. Nobody's ambition is worth the blood of any other person. Because even yourself, after all said and done, you will die. And when you die, you will stay for just a day. If they keep you until the next 1 year, you end up 6 feet below the ground. Nobody gets more than 6 feet. And if nobody gets more than 6 feet, why should you kill another person because of your personal ambition? Now, it is the duty of the media to keep hammering on this at every point in time. We'll do it in such a way that at the end of the day, people will realize that there is life after this life.
The formal induction of former Enugu State Governor, Right Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, represented by Chairman Guild of Public Affairs Analysts of Nigeria, Enugu Chapter, Dr. Ambrose Iboke, into the NUJ Hall of Fame amid a citation highlighting his contributions to media growth in the state. Awards were further presented to several deserving recipients. Right Honorable Chima Obieze commended journalists for their dedication and unwavering service to the nation while highlighting roles of journalists.
As the best local government chairman for the year on the news and
bringing the news to the people without fear or favor. Of course, their duty, their role is one that requires some sort of courage and some sort of discipline, and something that would make them to pass the news the way it should be, without being afraid of anything and without also being compromised, because it is only truth that can help our nation to become better. I also told them about the diversity of the nation. Nigeria, of course, is one of the countries with very diverse ethnic group and tribes. And this is not supposed to divide us. However, it is something that is supposed to help us to harness our diversities.
Well, on behalf of His Excellency, Right Honorable Lawrence Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, the immediate past governor of Enugu State, I want to thank the NUJ Enugu State chapter for this recognition because it is very difficult sometimes for people to recognize the efforts you have made, especially when you are no longer an incumbent. And so this is very, very important because for Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, when he was governor, and even till today, his policy has always been partnership with the media, partnership with the press. There's freedom before speech, there's freedom during the speech, and there's freedom after the speech for Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi always. And so this is a validation of his disposition to the media and practitioners of the media profession in Nigeria.
I feel great being part of what is going on in Enugu State. Enugu is already on the rise, and at the grassroots level, we are positioning ourselves to look at areas where there are gaps, inclusive and cover up. And that's what we are seeing here. We have a leader in Enugu State, the governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, who has a trailblazing vision. And running with those visions, we are lucky as automated wagons to get hooked up with him, and in our own local levels, doing it as being mentored and delivering to our people-oriented projects that you are seeing. We are just delighted that NUJ, that is the watchdog, is picking us up as the best local government. It's actually reinforcing that they are actually doing the real work, and we'll be able to lift up the expectation, so that by next year, what we are doing will also be will topple what we have done today.
That is, I keep on giving God all the glory, and in the same vein, I want to appreciate in a very great measure His Excellency the Governor of Enugu State, who has made it possible that the allocation that comes to the local government area gets to them. And that is why you are seeing some of the things that we have done in the area of infrastructure, be it the 60.5 kilometers of road, be it the beautification of the local government, be it the paving of the entrance route to the local government area, be it the revitalization of the hospital in the country hospital in Obede, be it the establishment of 5 hectares of garden egg, pepper, cocoyam, benefit in the local government area, and the construction of area command office in Ugwuanyi, civil defense office at Ohudo, and another civil defense officer to copy. When you aggregate all this, you could understand that it cannot just happen. It is happened because some of the resources are there and it's prudently put into use, and our people are happy about it. So our government, as we said it earlier, is the government of the poor, the needy, the vulnerable. And we made it bold, and we told our people when we are campaigning that they must place, we are going to place the poor people at the driving seat while we take the rich people at the back seat. And that's exactly what we are doing. And we're happy about it. Our people are happy. We are very not only popular within the grassroots, we are popular across the local government area and even at the state. So the award given to us today as the overall best performing local government chairman in Enugu today for impactful development, I feel honored.
Now, with stakeholders, dignitaries, and media professionals relying on the need for truth, accountability, and collaboration, the event set the tone for a renewed drive towards a more vibrant and ethical media landscape. Oji, you saw the report. NUJ Press Week has officially commenced. We saw the inductions and the representatives. What's your take on this fresh development?
Well, what I call the Summit of Fora is very salient and important that we engage in such, because it echoes what the media is for the community and the nation at large, right? And we're echoing the press freedom. It's not just about talking about press freedom. You know, when it comes to implementation, right? Is it implemented there, or there's still a high-handedness when the press do what they do, report and speak truth to power, right, and all that. So it's very important that this is re-echoed and all that, and a fora like this is in the works. That's
right. I mean, there were so many representations there. I wish I did see some of the actual individuals invited attend the press week. It seemed as if there were lots of representatives coming on their behalf. I think it's nice for people to honor invitations, as well, because everybody was represented. I think it's great to honor invitations and come. It sets a different tone to any event. We'll go on a quick break now. When the morning show returns, we'll be discussing, a political twist ahead of 2027 concerning a fresh, shall we say, contender that has emerged with plans to challenge and unseat the incumbent governor of Enugu State ahead of this election. Stay tuned.